You also said that he's also a very naughty boy. What made you say so?
How can I reveal his naughtiness?
Empuraan is definitely going to be the biggest ever release from Kerala for a North Indian market. I want to do for Malayalam cinema what Rajamouli sir did for Telugu cinema. So that's how much I look up to him. So even with Rajini sir, I went to his home in Chennai and showed him the trailer. I did not ask him to tweet it. I did not. I mean, Prabhaso is like a brother now to me. I mean, when I told him, I didn't ask him. I just told him share the trailer.
It is more than competition, appreciation. Like even Amitabh Bachchan sir.
Yeah,
I
Bachchan
sent
sir.
it to the trailer to him. Rajani sir called me when I had a chat with him. He said, "What you have done? My God!"
In Mammootty sir's house, at his home, there are some very strict rules. Okay, he is like that. Very strict rules about what you can and cannot do in Mammootty sir's house. He breaks those rules only for one person. Mohanlal sir is actually much closer to my mother's side of the family.
I know him as from his young age.
Prithviraj Chaudhary in conversation with Mohanlal sir and Prithviraj sir. Hello. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, thank you.
First things first, Prithvi sir, I want to ask you, is it difficult to direct a legend like Mohanlal sir in case, I mean, you're the director, right? You're the captain of the ship. If you're not happy with a shot, how do you tell a legend that?
He'll come and say one more.
Really, it's that easy.
Legends are the easiest to direct because that's why they are legends. The senior most actors, the most successful ones, the best actors, they are the easiest to direct because one, they are damn good at what they do. And then they understand the written text. They comprehend the director's vision. On top of that, actually, much like Sir said, the legends are the ones who immediately understand if the director says one more. They are the ones who immediately relay. I don't know if he remembers this. There are so many times when Sir has listened to my tone of saying cut, and he'd say one more. Because when I say cut, he would know, okay, he's not happy. So that's why they are legends. That's why he's a legend. That's why he's Mohanlal. So it's extremely easy to direct him.
So knowingly or unknowingly, a chemistry will develop between the actor and the director. If they are having a good chemistry. So it is, and of course, Prithvi is very particular about what he wants. So that also, then we have a kind of what you can call adrenaline rush if he says one more. Because we did something not up to his mark. So he is asking one more. That is again, it's a beautiful thing to hear from him. Like he'll personally come, and normally he is in the he's with the mic, but he'll come because he don't want to hear. You want to other people to hear. So he'll come and say, no, Chedra. He calls me Chedra or whatever. I want this. You have done this. Okay, fine. This is a beautiful understanding. So nothing, he's not only with me, with everyone. He has got the freedom and he has got the ability to make it happen.
I've shot in really tough weather, morning 5 a.m. It could be like -5, -6, and it could be an action sequence, and it could be a long take, and Sir would be on take 11 for no fault of his. For no fault of his. I would have lost focus or some camera operation, and all my assistants would be like, leave it. I mean, it's been a long time. But the moment I get up from monitor, he'd say, yeah, okay, one more. It's just amazing. I mean, I really hope, my biggest wish for all aspiring filmmakers is that they get to work with the legends. Because you really learn a lot with the way they are working. The biggest lesson I will take away from directing 3 films with him is how I should be with my directors when I'm acting.
Wow. But, even after all these years, the passion, the drive, that you have, really, so inspiring for the younger actors. Sir, I read one of your recent interviews. You said that you, of course, lauded him, praised him a lot, but you also said that he's also a very naughty boy. What made you say so?
How can I reveal his naughtiness? This is a sweet nothing, or what you can call people should be like that. See, when we do a film, we do films like a picnic. Yeah, after this, actor director is only between action and cut. Otherwise, we share a lot of fun, and if it is in Empuraan we didn't have the time because we are, as he said, we're facing a lot of climatic problems and like. Otherwise, when you do a film, it should be like a picnic, more fun and less shooting.
Okay. Prithvi, was there always a plan to turn Lucifer into a franchise, or was it something that you decided on after the reception that the first film received?
No, it was always conceived as a 3-film franchise, right from, I think, back in 2016, 17, when Murali, Gopi, my writer, and I first sat down and conceived the film. We knew that the story was just too long to be narrated within one film. And we knew that, to be honestly, going through the entire arc, we'd need 3 films. But back then, terminologies like universe and franchises, part 1, part 2, part 3, were not in fashion. I don't know if even Bahubali 1 had released back then. I don't remember. So we didn't know how do we put this across to a producer, or even to the audience, that we are creating a universe and all. I mean, we didn't know how to even term it back then. So we also knew that there was no point in going on about part 2, part 3 if the part 1 does not work. So we decided we'll make part 1, make it in a way where it could, maybe if there is no part 2 and part 3, history will always look at it as a standalone film and just be quiet about your idea regarding part 2 and part 3. But part 1 became what it did, fortunately. It went on to become a huge success and sort of gained a cult status after that. It was only on the 50th day success celebration of part 1 that we announced that there is going to be a part 2 and part 3 for this film. But now, one punt that I have taken as a filmmaker is that, like I said, part 1 finishes at a point where it could just be that part 1 is a single film and there is no sequel to it. Part 2, though, finishes at a point where it's very evident that if you need to know the whole story, there will have to be a part 3.
Yeah, absolutely. You mentioned words like universe or, these things, multiverses, these words do not even exist.
Yeah.
Even I think the term pan-India is only something that has gained momentum in the last few years.
Yeah.
Now, see, this film is, of course, releasing, across languages. This is to the both of you. Do you think every time you're making, a film that's mounted on such a big scale, which has such a big cast, is there somewhere this pressure of turning it into a pan-Indian film?
See, only the word is newly discovered. The attempts have been made all through history. Like early 90s, Mohanlal sir produced and starred in a film called Kala Pani, which in Hindi was Azai Kala Pani. They didn't know it was called Pan-Indian then, but they released it all over the country, released it in Hindi, in Tamil, Telugu. It's a brilliant piece of cinema. I don't know if you have seen it. Yeah, please watch the film, directed by the legend Prithviraj sir, cinematography by Santosh Sivan, my God, world standard cinematography. Production design by Sabu Cyril. Again, I mean, it's just incredible what they've pulled off back then. Yeah. So the attempts have always been there. I just think the accessibility to networks are more easily available in modern times. Like today, if we make a film at this scale and mount a film legs and we think it could potentially find resonance across the country, and we would love to have multiple linguistic versions put out in theaters, we have visionary distributors like Mr. Anil Tarhani, like Home Bale, like Mr. Dil Raju, who are now prepared to sort of put their confidence in it and release the film in a big fashion in their own markets.
Right.
So Empuraan is definitely going to be the biggest ever release from Kerala for a North Indian market. And thanks to Anil Tarhani for it. Because he's seen footages from the film and he believes that this film could work. Same with Home Bale for Karnataka and Dil Raju sir for Andhra Telangana. This accessibility to these distributors watching content and placing their puns on films, this was what was lacking. The attempts were always there. We always did try. Yeah.
And in Kerala, we used to watch all kind of films. Even Tamil films, we welcome all kinds of films and we watch Tamil films. And they used to dub Kannada films, Telugu films into Malayalam. And when in my school and college times, I used to watch Rajkumar sir's film. So we used to accept all kind of film. Now things change. We can dub the film in any format like Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. So now this is a beautiful moment for the industry to grow. So now things change. As you said, we need more distributors to bring out our films. It is happening in Kerala. A lot of other films are running. Same thing should happen with Malayalam films also. Not only with Malayalam films, they should encourage. Pan-Indian means a Tamil film running in North India or in Bhopal or Orissa, that is called pan-Indian. So that kind of effort should be done from the film industry.
I was saying that, now that you're a filmmaker also, why I asked this question is how do you really take that call, make that call, as in, should I give this film a pan-Indian release or, this should have a more local release? How do you take that call?
It all depends on the subject.
Okay.
Like you cannot, there are some subject only for Kerala audience. It can be to the other audience also, but you can make that subject as a pan-Indian film. And later, if the film is a success, slowly it will turn as a pan-Indian film. But these kind of films, we can't call it as a pan-Indian film because we have the liberty to make it in Tamil, Telugu, because it's of the volume. So it is not the director's or the actor's decision, it is the decision of the content, whether you have to bring it as a pan-Indian film or not.
Yeah, okay. I saw Mr. Rajamouli, Rajnikant sir, and Ram Gopal Verma sir very graciously coming forward and launching the other language trailers. One would imagine that there perhaps may be some kind of competition, between all these actors, filmmakers. But what does this brotherhood really mean to you? And is there any competition at all?
Rajamouli sir is India's biggest visionary filmmaker, and I have always looked up to him. He's been, in a director's roundtable, when they asked me, what do you want to do as a filmmaker in the future? My answer was that I want to do for Malayalam cinema what Rajamouli sir did for Telugu cinema. So that's how much I look up to him. And the fact that he watched my trailer and he liked it and he released it, the Telugu version, means the world to me. And I think it's also, even with Rajini sir, I went to his home in Chennai and showed him the trailer. I did not ask him to tweet it. I did not. When I came back, Soundriya called me and said, Appa would like to tweet about your trailer. Can you please send the link? So I just think that all these legends, these visionaries, they saw what we are trying to do. They really understood that this is an industry aspiring to push its own boundaries. And they thought it was also partly their responsibility to help us in whatever way they can. And I'm forever thankful to Rajamouli sir, to Rajini sir, to Akshay Kumar sir, and so many other people. My friend Kajol, Anirudh, Prabhas, of course. I mean, Prabhas so is like a brother now to me. I mean, when I told him, I didn't ask him, I just told him share the trailer. So him, all of them, all these people, I think deep down they understand what we are trying to do with the film. And they are just kind enough to come out and lend support. Yeah.
It is more than competition, appreciation. Like even Amitabh Bachchan sir, I sent it to the trailer to him. It's an appreciation, and it is like it is something, what I don't know, like as he said, Rajani sir called me when I had a chat with him. He said, what you have done, my God, it's a brilliant. So it is like an appreciation. And it is more than, I want to make another film better than this. That is the thing. It is not a competition. It is an appreciation. And something he is appreciating, oh my God. See, at least in Empuraan, I'm very sure what we have spent on the film, it is showing on the film. That's a very important thing. So as a director, easily he can capture that emotion. Oh my God, you have spent this much of money and it is showing on the film. That is appreciation. So that is why otherwise it is not just writing, oh, I saw the trailer, it is great. It is after taking that into the heart, he is appreciating the film.
It's genuine
It's
appreciation,
genuine, yeah.
absolutely.
Thank
And
you.
Since it's very right what you said, it's all, at the end of the day, it's all about appreciation. It's great to see this kind of brotherhood, across industries. So recently, we came to know that you had offered prayers for Mr. Mammootty. Of course, that is like an equation that also, transcends professional boundaries. How has that friendship evolved across these years?
No, we have last 45 years we are working together. We have done more than 55 films, and it's like he's like a brother to me. We share everything, our family is well connected. So I was in the Sabarimalaയ, so I just, it is like somebody from the Divasam board, they saw the receipt and they only published.
There are, in Mammootty's house, at his home, there are some very strict rules. Okay, he is like that. Very strict rules about what you can and cannot do in Mammootty's house. He breaks those rules only for one person, not for his own family, but only for one person. Mammootty breaks those rules. I'm not going to say what rules, but yeah.
whatever you think. So it's like a family. Like we have, especially Malayalam film industry, we know each other. We move like a family. Yeah. Yeah.
Great. Prithvi, is it difficult to also be directing yourself as an actor?
No, not really. I mean, for me, it's just the whole thing is one process. Making a film is just one cumulative process for me. And if I'm also acting in my own directorial, I somehow don't feel like I'm doing an extra task there. I still set up the shot and everything. Of course, for the shots for which I am in front of the camera, I don't call the camera and action and cut. My assistant, one of my assistants will do it. But other than that, I don't feel like, there's one big giant extra task that I'm doing. I just feel that, okay, it's just a collaborative process and I'm just part of it. I really don't find directing myself a lot tougher than just directing a film and not acting in it.
Yeah. We don't have time. I'll just take last two questions. Prithviraj sir, your father, I think he had shared screen space with Mohanlal sir,
Yes,
Mammootty sir as well.
Multiple times,
Right.
yeah.
Do you have any fond memories of him as a child?
A lot. I have a lot of fond memories of...
I would want to know, what are your impression of him as a child?
I've done a couple of films with his father. I know the family well. I know him.
Mohanlal sir is actually much closer to my mother's side of the family.
I know him from his young age. I've seen how Prithvi is evolving as an actor, director. So it's an amazing thing to watch. He's like my son.
Yeah. Absolutely. Last one, circling back to the film, the trailer opens with, something that talks about legacy, taking it forward, legacy bearers. Now, see, you, of course, come from a film family. Your son is doing films. How do you look at taking your legacies forward? Is there ever, was there ever a sense of pressure that I need to take it forward? How does your son...
We fortunately come from a film industry that has its own illustrious legacy, which have always been made even more illustrious by legends like Mr. Mammootty, Mr. Mohanlal, and so many brilliant filmmakers, writers, actors, technicians. So all of us just have a collective responsibility to uphold that legacy and be always aware of the fact that behind you is decades of extraordinarily talented and skilled men and women who've created what you are enjoying today. And I really hope even future generations always understand and are always aware of that. That's all. I mean, for us, we treasure our heritage. And we absolutely love the fact that finally we are now able to break out and make people across the country and across the world aware of our cinema. And I personally forever will keep pushing this. I promise to keep trying my best to take Malayalam cinema to the world.
And another thing, we start the film with the legacy, and the gentleman is giving a definition of legacy also.
Correct.
That is the answer for this.
Absolutely. It's a great way to end it. Yeah. And thank you so much to both of you. Looking forward to L2 Empuraan. There's a whole lot of anticipation and buzz surrounding this one.
Thank you so much.
Good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.